Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to another video. We're going to be backtesting again. It takes me about an hour to backtest a day on ×3. And we're going to just try to read price action and get in where we fit in. I'll be trying to focus on mainly things that I can see or my playbook. But if I see something that I recognize and I'm just not sure, I'm still going to try it out because this is backtesting and this is what it's for. We're on January 8th. I might have done this day already, but shit, man. Every day looks different. And it's not like I can remember what's going on. So let's get into it. I'll try my best to explain. But other than that, I'm just going to try to get in the groove and see what we can see. Price is going to be up here at the top a lot if we're just trending upwards. So I'll try to put it better in view. And instead of looking at the 1 minute and 5 second, I'm gonna bring it back again. After taking some losses, I think the 5 seconds kind of distracting me, getting kind of lost in the sauce. And so let's just get back to the basics. Look for our swing points. Look for our SNDRs. Look for potential reversal points, and just stick to that. And that's really all you need. I keep getting in trouble trying to counter trend trade, capture the exact reversal point when it's not in a zone. So a lot of silly mistakes that can be avoided. In one of my previous videos, we talked about candlestick structure and how you can see a flip pretty much all the time, but it's not high probability or valuable unless you're in an area where a reversal is possible. So, which is a higher time frame zone, pretty much, or origin. But let's see. I also need to work on counting my swings and how to know if it reset. So. And you could really get lost in here because a lot of this stuff doesn't belong to the 1 minute time frame. So that's 5, 6. These are larger swings. See there's structure down in here. And then boom, take off. I'm sure there was some sort of news. We'll see if we could go, let's look at the 12-minute. So there's some areas up here that we could get a reaction from. Let's try the hourly. Imbalance, this area right here. I don't really want to mark out every single zone above because Dave says that means you really don't know what's going on. So if you have to mark every zone, this is a valid pullback. Valid pullback. This is, we didn't break, we didn't close with we didn't get a candle closure above. So we came back, tapped in here. Potentially sweep this and continue long. Otherwise, this low is our protected low. not very good at double top. This low took a high. Like, I just took a trade today based off something like this, and it literally just went through. So this is something I need to practice. Failure swing, pull back. If we fail again, we could look for a kind of a double top. The double top zone oftentimes breaks down and comes back into the 50. But we'll see if we just actually, so this would count as our candle closure. And so now this is our protected low. This could be our SNDR. So I'm going to, I don't really like when SNDRs are created that have a wick, that wick through the top of the range. I like for it to be, to completely fail it, not even get there and create an SNDR. So I don't think I'm gonna even mark this one out. But we potentially could get a tap into here and go. Let's go to the 60-minute. So we'll see what happens when we get here, if we get there. Let's see on the hourly. This is not a valid pullback. This is a pullback, so it would be this high. So on the hourly time frame, we're bullish as well. Anticipating reacting somewhere up here and then ranging or working our way down into this area. Oops. Contemplating taking a trade out of this zone right here. I also want to try using a kind of buy stop, sell stop entry technique. The idea being, if we come down in here, get a nice reaction, we put a buy stop above this candle, and then we take that 1-to-1 out of there. We have this low. No. Let me know in the comments too how you guys are doing with DTFX, how long you've been trading it or trying to learn it. You really can find consistency and profitability relatively quickly if you just use market structure. The issue is discipline, and then of course there's a lot of nuance in reading price that keeps you out of trouble. So just forever learning. So let's see, coming down in this zone. This is our protected low. So really, if we come tap down in here, hopefully, 70 or 50, I'm going to place a buy stop above the candle. And we're on ×3, but it might be slow, but you gotta watch these candles form so many times so that it's ingrained in your brain. So let's tap in. No tap. And I also see a lot of people asking questions when they're first starting DTFX. It's like, oh man, it never came back to tap to 50. And that just happens. The market doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't have to match your rules or playbook. And if your rules say it needs to tap the 50, then you just don't take the trade. And so what I've been trying to practice or looking into is taking trades off of this upper limit here, so I could kind of counteract me feeling like I missed a move. So you get in a little bit earlier, but that widens your risk. So it's really just refining what works for you. And lately, I've literally just been taking the tap, like not waiting for any sort of dance or candlestick shift. But it really gets me in trouble if maybe I'm not on my A game, maybe the price action isn't as clean to me, to my understanding. And if I take the wrong zone, now suddenly, I'm only going for 5 points, but it might get a 2-point reaction, but then just dump through. And it's just something that I didn't see why this isn't a good zone. And then now I'm taking a 10, 12, and then when it's super volatile, 20-point loss. And obviously if I'm taking 5 points, that wipes out like 4 or 5 trades. So I think right here there was a candlestick shift, but it was so subtle. You have a high, low, sweep that high, back in, and go. But if my rules say it needs to at least get down here, then I can't take it. And so let's see. Got a candle closure, but on a higher time frame, it looks like it's putting in a wick. And I still don't know really how to get involved. But if this is a double top, so on the 1 minute, technically this would be our protected low now. So if we're looking for a reversal, I can take a short out of here. And so part of my rules is that if I am going to take an SNDR, which, instead of taking this zone, would have been up here. There actually would have been a trade that I completely just missed because I marked out this zone instead of what I'm interpreting as the SNDR. So this was a valid trade. That's unfortunate that I missed that. But we'll see if we could do this. Could also be a long move here And this is where you kind of get lost in the sauce. I like to take the sweep of this SNDR tap and to go take the highs, or at least like a 10 point, 15 point move. But since we put in this double top, I'm actually going to take this high, low, high.
Order filled.
Stop below here. And we'll just go for the 10. We got the 5. Would have delivered. You got this high, this low. Take that high, come back in like that. But is this an area where you can take these? It's 8 points.
Target filled.
10 points. That was a really solid trade, in my opinion. Goes along with one of my plays. But I haven't studied this one as much as taking the tap of the SNDR. But pretty much, you have this zone, you have an SNDR, we confirm the SNDR, trade back in, get a scalp out of the SNDR, and then in my notes, I have you either fail the high or you can even put in the new high. So I don't know which one is better yet, but put in this double top, liquidate whoever tried to hold this for too long, and then oftentimes there's a double bottom here. Sometimes it's a failure swing like this, or sometimes it'll sweep this low again. And so that's just all nuance that if you're not in your right mind, you might miss something like that. But there's also times if you do it at the wrong area, you can take this trade and it immediately just keeps going down. Oh shit. So, and then looks like this short also paid 1-to-1. And so that's another reason why, you don't always have to aim for the highs. If I was aiming for the highs there, I would have almost got there, got excited, and then get stopped out if I put it to, almost break even or whatever. So got that double bottom, nice 10 points. But oftentimes, excuse me, the double top will come and take even more lows. Well, I guess we took this low already. And then the double top will get targeted later. So we'll just see. You really could get lost trying to read every single fucking move using mental capital, just to read every candle like this. But this double bottom failed to take this high, so we'll probably take this out. Not probably, but potentially take this out. So fail, come in here, get a reaction, come down here, get a reaction. Basically the same shit as a market maker sell model. You know, back when I used to trade them, I'm sure if you go look at ES or YM, there's potentially SMT right here. But I'm not concerned with that anymore. This would be the low risk sell, potentially. But this is interesting that we got this short as well. In other instances, we would take the high from here. So, and then if we fail to take the high, fail to take the low, or just start sweeping, now we're in a range. So let's just extend this out. Currently in this range. And something I might see, I don't know, I haven't tested it yet, is after we get a sweep, take this range and look for it to come back in to take the trade to the other side. So we swept this. This seems unmitigated. We'll try a short up here. If we get some sort of like bearish indication, maybe a big wick or something. So this double bottom, come back into the double bottom. Sweep this, come up into here, stop above the zone. 7 points. So it's really important to recognize when you're no longer in a trending environment. Because if you're in a range now, I think it's lower probability. Like if you get a little bit of structure, you see a SNDR or something, I think there's more potential for it to just slide through that. But some of them work. So I don't know, just need to test more. Let's see if we... This is a pretty big candle though. Maybe if we sweep that high again. And this is where the lower time frame, 5 second, 15 second, would be nice to see, but I just need to get better at reading price action overall. And so let's try this. Low, take the high, took the low. Let's take a short somewhere in here. And we'll look to take this low. A little bit higher. Nope. High, low, high, low. Do. Nothing. And then in this situation, you know, are you chasing I'm not. But like someone may, if your thesis is going back to this side, you may get in right here trying to chase. And yeah, this one's working, but sometimes it won't. And so you need to have your rules. Like, I'm getting in here. This is my plan. Let's see. Didn't quite get back up in here. And then we failed this low. So I'm going to see if it comes back up higher. And then you never want to buy the range breakout. You don't want to buy high. You don't want to sell low. A bunch of shit you gotta just remember forever, man. If you make it this far into the video, I appreciate you. If you happen to hear this, put a thumbs up in the comments, man. I highly doubt anybody watched 26 minutes in without skipping. But if you did, good for you, man. Still just stuck in the middle of the range. So just waiting. All right. I'm so fucking tired. And I'm gonna be busy this weekend. No time to study. And what's interesting when watching other people study DTFX or explain the market, like everybody they view it just a little bit differently. Like, not everybody sees like SNDRs the same way I see it. Some people don't gravitate towards it. They focus on other things, and that's just their style. Some people are really good at the double bottom, double top pattern, and that's all they take. Longs only, shorts only. There's like so many ways to do it, but you gotta have your own rules. And so this tapped a little bit. This low. High, low, high, break. Yeah. I don't know about that. Now I'm looking for something else up here. Maybe sweep this high. Let's see. Ooh. Big candle closure. All right, so we broke out the range. Now I'm looking for a trade back in. We're almost to that 60-minute zone that I marked out earlier. So I'm gonna take a trade out of here. See, that's already a 10-point stop. That's $200 on a mini. So if you're trading a personal account, you only got like $1,000. I think that's like the minimum. Like, this is a fifth of your account, of your account. So if you pick the wrong zone, you're fucked. Do 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 do. Oh man. And so even though this was a 1-minute candle closure on a hard time frame, it's a wick. So now I'm looking to trade this higher time frame range. Let's see. And if we just go straight up, we'll see if we can recognize a proper reaction up here to take a short. Could also just fly through this zone, but I think we'll get a reaction. But I'll have to see it. Pull back right before the zone. One more retracement. Oh man. This is what it takes. I need to find my way, man. Find my set of rules that I could actually stick to. That I could have confidence in. And so right here, there's a flip right here. But we're not in, I don't think it's not valid because we're not in the zone. just past noon, so lunchtime. Come up here, flip, then afternoon, start coming down. We'll see. Pull back. Pull back. Failure swing. If we break this low, man, it's brutal recording sitting in this. I feel like I follow my rules better in backtesting than in the live markets. This imbalance, I haven't been paying attention to imbalances because Dave doesn't use them anymore. He was like, just ignore them, but I know some people still use them. First imbalance often takes the high or low. So we'll see if that plays out. I'm not going to trade it though. I really want it to come down here. Get one leg, fail, another leg down in, and take this trade down here. And then that will eventually get us up here because this double top will be targeted. Maybe react from here, little retracement, then come down. Tap into the imbalance, come back up here, tap, I'm going to try and take a short here if it gets here. This isn't actually one of my plays, but not one that I've studied anyways, but I've seen it a couple times. But this is enough as far as counting a pullback. So one leg, pull back, second leg. This looks like a flip. Back into the imbalance. High, low, high. Oops. So it would be a flip off the imbalance. Let's see if we take the high. Or if we could take this short, like I said, first imbalance oftentimes takes the high. I'm not sure when I could apply that. It's not every time that you could apply that. But I'm looking for this. Whoa, whoa, get off, bro. Come on, dog. Something like that. Maybe we could go like this. Or go straight. So let's see. If we dig in here and get a little wick. Oh, we went pretty deep into there. So I'm gonna try a, oh no. We're already too deep in the zone. So this, I think, is out of play already. And this didn't play out. So first imbalance did provide the high. And we did notice that flip, candlestick flip. Now we have a new swing point. And this double top pattern that I was talking about did not play out here. So likely because we're not in a zone. So and I know when counting swings, something resets the swings. I don't remember. I don't know if it's the fake market structure shift to the downside and then you start your swings all over again. But we're coming up into this zone. So I'm not looking to take a long from here. And this is out of a hourly supply. And so this stop might be kind of crazy, yeah. So I'm gonna watch for a candlestick structure shift in here or a double top. For a reversal. Coming into the 50. So let's see. I'm going to try this. Actually, no. I was going to try the sell stop. But I'll just try to identify the CSS. I'm gonna wait for a second one. Because like I've said, a lot of times I'm early and then the move happens right after. But right here, high, low, high, sweep, back in. And I also saw somewhere, I forgot, but see how this run up, there was barely any pullbacks. So it'll likely, if we do end up mitigating all of it, it'll drop just as fast. And so technically I could just get in here, stop above the zone. High, low, high. I think I'm just gonna get in.
Order filled.
Stop above the high. This is an hourly zone, so, but we'll just go for the 1-to-1. 10-point stop, 10-point. And so this is technically a chase. I mean, there was opportunity to get in 5 points higher. And I also mentioned that oftentimes I'm early. But we got the high, low. We didn't exactly sweep anything though. So I'm gonna leave my stop here. It would be safer above the zone though. And then if I get stopped out, I'll basically look for a sweep and then another CSS. And then this will probably be my last trade. I'm already at 47 minutes on the video. And then I'll just continue back testing without recording. Okay, so looks like we're gonna get stopped out. Let's see. See, that's chasing there. There's no need to chase that. And this wasn't the cleanest. Like I was double taking. It's like, doesn't look the cleanest. But if you did take this up here, it would have offered more than 5 points. But that's not really like a setup that I'm fucking hunting for. And so that was candlestick structure. This is a valid pullback, so this is a protected low. If we violate this, I'll look to come back into this range. But looks like we're headed up pretty strongly. Let's see, back on the 1 minute. High, low, high, low. Maybe we'll try this one.
Order filled.
Stop above here. And if I get stopped out, like this is exactly what happens in the live markets as well. So I could always just avoid these and wait for a structural, like a protected low to break. I'll probably get stopped out. When I'm taking these kind of reversal trades, I'm always worried that, well, we might just become range bound, just start ranging, or it just keeps going through my, oh fuck, I lost my entry because I switched time frames. Fuck. So let's see, broke this high, tapped in, failed. And just like earlier, one of my plays is the sweep of this low right here. And so, you know, do I stick with this current trade bias, or do I try to take the long, which is my more familiar setup? You know, and that depends on where am I. I'm in a 60-minute supply, that's for sure. Went all the way through the 50 to the 30. And so this 1 minute swing, I don't think facilitates the breaking of a 60-minute supply. But where are we coming from is the question. So there's some higher time frame thing that this whole move originates from. I'm assuming, I'm not sure. But let's see if there was a candlestick structure shift right here. High, let's see. Low, sweep the high, sweep the low. Fuck. So if we take the high, yep. So this is literally my bread and butter right here. This play right here. But I would be less confident in taking that just because we've been going up for so damn long. How many swing points is this? But this is counter trend trading here, trying to time the top. And so we need to get out the habit of doing that until I study enough which zones create these reversals, which I think are higher time frame origins or higher time frame SNDRs. But is this the double top? After one more sweep, got the high, low, high. Fuck. Can't even see. Low, high, low. No, we didn't. We didn't return back yet. Double top. And we still could go higher from here, because this could be a double bottom right here. Double top, take this low. Take that. Or this double top. We are bullish, so I don't know why I keep looking for a bearish flip. Or I'm not sure. That was my hands, by the way. So we failed a high, so we're just ranging now. between this high and this low. Whoa. That's also another thing about focusing on past price action to the left. It makes you anticipate things, and you see things that might not really be there. Well, we got this. Potentially take the high. And so on a lower time frame, I can see that we came straight into here. And then we swept it. So moral of the story is, oh wait, I could have still took my setup, even though we're in a 60-minute supply, which is interesting. So my brain is fucking fried, sitting here. Oh. Keep in mind, I watched the charts all day prior to this, trying to trade it live. But this is just ranging. Candle close. This was our protected low, so now this is our protected low. Not that crazy of a close though. And so that 60-minute zone, I guess if it was, we want to see like a quick reaction out of it. Not a come up here and fucking accumulate. Can't see. Candle close. I wouldn't take a long out of this. Broke this high. Looking to break this low. A rule could just always wait for a protected low. Not fuck around with the candlestick structure, but I'm really trying to figure out how I can lessen my risk instead of stop above the zone. High, low, high, sweep the low. See, the candlestick structure shift happens all the time. So I gotta study zones more. I'm gonna speed this up because we're at an hour. Let's see if we get a reversal up here. It's PM session. times 20. All right, let's try to break this range. Times 50. All right, broke the range. So this is our low. Man, what a day. What a day. And imagine if you were the person that just kept shorting. I mean, if you're good at it, you can, but short here comes to get you real quick, you know. So broke that supply, so we're going higher, and I don't know to what. So there's really no point in having this thing. This is in a pullback. After a range. This. This is a pullback. Jesus. Tap back in. All right. Well, I'm gonna just try and take this, get a little bit lower. Let's try, oh fuck, I missed it. Damn it. I was gonna try a buy stop, and then if entry's here, stop below the candle, 1 to 1. Well, that's unfortunate. There's a little area in here. Let's see if we get a sweep here. I mean, how many possible swings, bro? Unlimited, bro. Unlimited. Like the great Russell Wilson, bro. I'm just kidding, man. I'm a Niner fan. Unlimited. This actually isn't a pullback. Do 50 times. No candle closure. There's a candle closure. Jesus Christ, bro. And this is how it would be in the live markets, bro. I can't get involved. Insane, bro. But yeah, selling in this. Need to stop that shit. All right, got a candle closure. Failure to take the high. Double top. Failure swing. I'm not going to take it, but because I literally just said trying to short up here is crazy. What are we ranging again? Oops, shit. All right. I'm gonna try long right here.
Order filled.
Stop below the low of the range. Target the other side of the range. This is not in my playbook at all. It's something I'm practicing. Swept this low. Back down into, looks like this was mitigated already though. But we'll see. Times 8. Come on, baby. Let's go. You gotta sweep some highs, don't ya?
Target filled.
There you go. That was nice. And on that note, guys, it's already like the end of the day on, what is this, January 8th. So I'm gonna stop the video here. We're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. I'm not chopping it up or nothing. Couple mistakes, obviously anticipating a reversal here at a 60-minute supply. Obviously that didn't work. Trying to use 1-minute candlestick structure shifts to facilitate like an hourly reversal or whatever is probably not wise. I can't see my other executions because I switched time frames. But on the way up here, there was definitely some opportunities from my playbook as well as some range trading. I see now, we failed this high, swept this low. We could have took a trade out of this area. Also, while we were still trending, we had this not so clean SNDR, but I had the whole zone marked. So, but there was a candlestick structure shift in here, and then we came down here and put in that double bottom for another longer trade. That was a nice trade as well. So could have scalped that, got this trade. If I recognized this was a range, could have took this trade. Even back up in here, there's another range trade. Nothing came back to this range. This range provided a trade. This range provided a pullback. Is there a candlestick structure here? Nah. Potentially, depending on how this candle. Oh shit. High, low, high, low, high, low. Something like that. Never came back into this range. Started ranging, and I really like this trade actually. Anyways, I hope any of my explanation was helpful for you guys. Maybe you guys have a light bulb moment. Maybe you could share it with me in the comments. If I'm doing something incorrect or you see something that helps you, learn DTFX quicker or, gain a better understanding, feel free to roast me. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you're somewhat consistent and profitable. If you're trading ICT and shit like that, I get it, but don't tell me how to trade DTFX if you're not trading it. So appreciate you guys if you made it this far. Apex trader funding 80% off still through the end of May, and it also you could pass in one day. Again, I don't recommend trying to chase that, but if you believe in your setup, go buy one for $27 and see if you could pass. Other than that, appreciate you guys. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. See you.